Hello there, spiritual lovers. It's me, Divine Divinity, aka Brandy. Be sure, spiritual lovers, to follow me on Instagram at divine_divinity. That will be DIVINE_DIVINTY. Spiritual lovers, today I come to you and I put before you the understanding or definition of necromancy. I want to make sure that I explain necromancy at a level that is understood by you. If you are ranging from youth to elder. So I'm going to try to do my best, spiritual lovers. Necromancy is a form of communicating with the dead. I do not like that definition because I do not consider anybody dead. I believe the flesh dies, but the spirit is always within the universe. So if you understand that, then you understand what I'm saying. But I want to explain necromancy in threes. I want to explain to you from dark, mild to light. Starting with the dark part of necromancy, spiritual lovers, it is when we typically can hear and see at times what is no longer apparent in the everyday norm. Let's say, for instance, this is the dark part of necromancy, because we all know that you have a light side and you have a dark side to everything here. Okay? Let's say that in a dark sense, you are one of those ones who are mentally tormented, or you know someone who is mentally tormented, or you believe that your younger child is tormented. In many cases, it is. It is true. And I know that people refuse to believe that the Bible is actually a guide of understanding these things. But it is. I think that people boasted it up to be something to keep you in a line, and not as something that guides you while you're in the lines. Necromancy, on a darker scale, will be placed under mental illness, even though it's not a mental illness. You're being tormented, whether you are vexed, hexed, or cursed. It is what it is. I don't know what you did from room to room, but if you are in that mode in this room, then it is something you haven't dealt with spiritually within your arena. Okay, so it will be underneath the diagnosis schizophrenia, bipolarism. I also believe that PTS is also a form of it as well. And because when you ask a person what are their symptoms, if you really look it up, I mean, really put your doctor glasses on, because within us is a physician, you will see that most of those cases that have to do with torment, which is a form of necromancy, you're able to hear what is not such delightfulness. It re-triggers within you bad thoughts. You hear negative things and people speaking of negative tints, and this is a form of schizophrenia as well. And trust me, guys, I'm about to break it down how I know that necromancy can come across negative in these sense. But I need you to truly hear me and understand. Necromancy is, as far as a tormented level, I do believe that if spiritualists work hand in hand with doctors such as counselors and psychiatrists, you really could heal that person. Because I believe that people who get into those type of jobs are all about healing, even if they can't do it the way I would do it or any other spiritualist would do it. It's still a form of healing. And I am a firm believer in treating the flesh and feeding the spirit. So, with that being said, spiritual lovers, the dark part is that it comes across as a mental illness. What causes it to be a mental illness? People in your family may not understand exactly that you have a gift, and it's actually source given, aka God. God gave it to you. Um, when it's rejected, when it's misunderstood, rejection. If you put that in a bubble, the whole point on a piece of paper, rejection. It stems out to other things that are negative. That'll be people, places, and thoughts, and everything that consists of rejection. You then refuse to accept it, which means you refuse to accept the big part of you. It then turns into a mental illness because you spend most of your days rejecting it and building negative energy around that which you reject. Okay? It then becomes torment to you. You then go see a psychiatrist, a counselor, or an advocate of any kind that will help you, or you think could help you, and they teach you how to do the fleshly part, as in calming yourself down, right? And that's treating the flesh. But the spiritual aspect is, why has it come to your front step? Why is it at your door? Well, like I said, necromancy actually is a gift. And it's actually normal because we are spirits in the flesh. We should be able to always communicate with other spirits. But there are times in the dark arena that it's unpleasant. Okay? And it can lead to mental things. Now, this is the mallet part of it. When you get to know your gift of necromancy, you tend to, on purpose, attune with the dark side of your ancestors, the ones that want you to hurt other people as well as yourself at times, right? It's not reported. You do not report it. You do not say anything. You just become more festering in the darkness of your necromancy, okay? You're using the dark portion of it, okay, to either hurt people, hurt yourself, and it's the same thing as having a gift and using it for the wrong reasons. It eventually gets taken away from you, but in a sense, with using necromancy of your ancestors, you can become possessed, overthrown, dead. Yeah, just like that. If in many cases, have been studying this for over 13 years now, so I actually have seen all of them. The tormented, the overthrown, and that's what I call it, the overthrown, when you are possessed. Now, in reference of that, I've seen many people use it for the wrong reasons. I've seen them try to use it to manipulate energy. Your ancestors giving you hints to do stuff to people, and you actually do it, not realizing that you will be overthrown at the end. It's no way around that. You will forevermore become mentally disturbed, which I feel like, yeah, that's possession. That's the worst feeling. And I listen to people when they talk to me about it. I have no intentions of clearing it up. I believe that's your job. I'm just giving you a way to see it so that you'll know that it is something that needs to be cleared. You also have a light side of it, which I participate in every day. I use my necromancy gift to heal others, okay? Because sometimes we cannot hear our ancestors. And, it becomes agitating. So you come to people like me, and I tell you what they're trying to say and how to help yourself, and you tend to do just that. Help yourself. It takes belief. It takes understanding that you are a spiritual being, okay? I know it sounds cliche, but it is a spiritual being having a human experience, because you have to live within your flesh. So it's almost like you have to put on a costume in order for you to view the world, or the world view you. To step out into the world, you have to put on your fleshly suit, which for the spirit sometimes become very annoying. But the light part of it is that you get to help others. You get to attune other people with their guides. I'm going to be honest with you guys. In the flesh, it is so overwhelming. I really don't believe that we have a conscience, because we are able to do good and bad so easily. And sometimes we do it without knowing we're doing it. So instead of saying let your conscience be your guide, I think you need to flip it and say your guides are your conscience. Because it's just so easy for us to do wrong before we do right, and it's hard to be that sturdy in clearing those things up. I hope that I have explained necromancy to you. I'll view it again so you'll understand it. It is the capacity to see, or some would say the capability of seeing what is no longer with us in the flesh. You not only, in many cases, if you're strong enough, can see it and hear it. There are three categories of it, and I hope that I helped you explain. I hope I explained it very well to you all, spiritual lovers, because I feel like a lot of us get involved with the spiritual side, which is the inner us, and we're not aware of what we're drawing into us. We're not aware of what's flocking to us, and we need to be. We need to become more aware spiritually that we are spiritual beings so that we may help other spiritual beings evolve. So until the next time, please thumbs up this video. Continue to watch. If you want to hit me up on Instagram, I'll say it again. It's divine_divinity. That's DIVIN_. Okay. DIVINTY, Divine Divinity on Instagram. DM me and let me know if you want to know more in detail. You can hit me down in the comment section and let me know your situation. Not as a doctor. This is all disclaimer. Not as your doctor. If you are seeing a doctor, please continue to do that. You are heading in the right direction. Like I said, it is always good to treat the flesh and what? Feed the spirit. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Divine Divinity out. Mwah. Bye.